This episode is brought to you by Amazon Prime. There's nothing sweeter than baking cookies during the holidays. With Prime, I get all my ingredients delivered right to my door, fast and free, no last-minute store trips needed. And of course, I blast my favorite holiday playlist on Amazon Music. It's the ultimate soundtrack for creating unforgettable memories. From streaming to shopping, it's on Prime. Visit Amazon.com/Prime to get more out of whatever you're into.
Whether you're ordering wings for the game, whipping up a 7-layer dip, or ordering pizza, there's something about football that makes you want to eat. And this football season, Uber Eats has the best deals on game day food. No matter what you're craving, from 2-for-1 pizza to buy one, get one wings, Uber Eats will be dropping new deals each week, all season long. Uber Eats, official on-demand delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
All right, man, let's jump into it. We got some news for the run. So, as you know, the college football playoffs has started, so I'm not going to get into all the matchups. We're going to save it a little bit later. But there is some college football news that you still need to hear. Legendary Patriots coach Bill Belichick has officially agreed to become the new head coach of University of North Carolina. Crazy. It was just a rumor earlier in the week, but it went on to say Bill Belichick handed them what they called a Bible of how to recruit players and how things can work out with the NIL deal in terms of managing money and why he wants to be the coach at University of North Carolina. Apparently his dad was a coach in the 50s at UNC, so this is great for them, man. I'm excited. This hypes up college football a lot because, man, you got primetime coaching over there in Colorado. Now you got big Bill Belichick out there coaching in UNC. Should be fun. Anyway, some miscellaneous news. YouTube TV will go up on its price again. Man, from 2017, YouTube TV has increased its price by 137%. So it was originally at $34.99 back in 2017. And now, before the playoffs of the NFL, it's going to cost viewers $82.99, which is crazy. Crazy. You know who would never do that? Streamies. Streamies would just never. They wouldn't even think about charging people. The TV app, the.TV app, I want to put y'all on, whatever, would never even think about charging people an additional amount to watch sports. And Cracked Streams would never. The.crackedstreams.ws would never think about charging people to watch sports. I still can't wrap my head around it. So shout out to them. Shout out to them. Because YouTube TV and the rest of Peacock and all of these other streaming platforms that are charging people to watch sports, man, that's rough, man. I can't, my days of, I don't want to say that. I don't want to, I don't want to be investigated, but there are a lot of sources out there that you should use if you don't want to pay for sports. I'm gonna just leave it at that. All right, anyway, let's move on with the news. So the MLB, man, they got some stuff going on right now too. So former Yankees player Juan Soto just signed the largest contract in sports history. This man just signed with the New York Mets for 15 years, $765 million. To play with the New York Mets. Man, so he gets additional money if he wins MVP, $500K, and then $1 million each year after that if he wins MVP again. So crazy deal. I still can't even believe Juan Soto went to the Mets instead of staying in a big market like the Yankees. So the rumor has it that Yankees offered him just about the same amount of money for the same amount of years, but it was just like a $5 million difference for the 15-year period. I personally think it was also some additional things in it. Obviously, you know, the $500K for MVP and $1 million each year after that. That stuff might have played a factor into it. The Mets, they gave Juan Soto's family like 4 premium seats for every home game. That could have also played a big factor into it. Who really knows? But I'm just shocked. The Mets, man. Not the Yankees. He left the New York Yankees, but went to go play with the Mets. I'm shocked about it, man. And now the Mets, I don't even know if they'll even have enough money to still bring in talented players. But as we know, the Yankees going to continue to make moves. The Yankees was just there in the World Series. All they needed was 3 more games, and they would have been straight. They would have won. Like, why not run it back with the Yankees when you were already so close? So, separate topic, not even going to touch on it right now. Anyway, look, I'm going to bring y'all some information with the NBA Cup, man, because the NBA Cup is going on right now in the NBA, and things has happened. This is that tournament, the in-season tournament, where you get $500K per player if you win the championship of the in-season tournament. Pretty dope so far. I mean, it's definitely helped basketball. We're going on year 2 for it. It's still a new thing, but ultimately, just to kind of give you an idea where the bracket is right now. So there was only 8 teams that made it in total. So you had 4 from the East, 4 from the West in terms of teams that were playing for this in-season tournament championship. The Bucks, they played the Magic, and they ended up defeating the Magic. The Knicks, they played the Hawks last night. Ice Tray went off, and the Hawks ended up getting the dub at Madison Square Garden. And then in the Western Conference, you had the Dallas Mavericks. They played the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then the Houston Rockets, they beat the Golden State Warriors. The cool thing about the in-season tournament, I will say, is anything really can happen, and anything does happen in the in-season tournament, because it's just one game, you move on. You lose, you're eliminated. It's pretty cool. So now you got Bucks and Hawks on the Eastern Conference. They're actually going to be playing on the 14th. And then you got the Rockets and the Thunder playing as well. And whichever team wins from each conference will go play in the in-season tournament championship. So definitely going to be cool. But last thing here, man, I'm going to just go ahead and list off some of the other NFL games that you can watch. So in the NFL, man, definitely some good things coming up. I mentioned some of the games earlier that's going to be cool for week 15. But a few other games, if your favorite team is out there and you're wondering who they playing, you got the Cincinnati Bengals playing the Tennessee Titans. Commanders are playing the Saints. Ravens got the Giants. Cowboys will take on the Panthers in North Carolina. The Jets will play the Jaguars. The Dolphins will play the Texans. Colts will play the Broncos. I mentioned Eagles, Steelers, Lions, Bills. Patriots will play the Cardinals. Buccaneers got the Chargers. Green Bay Packers will play the Seattle Seahawks. And for Thursday night football, or I'll do Monday night football too, my Atlanta Falcons, we got a doubleheader actually on Monday night football. My Atlanta Falcons will be playing the Las Vegas Raiders in Las Vegas. Chicago Bears will be taking on the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota. Divisional matchup there. Should be great. And then for Thursday night football tonight, if you're listening, whether you listen before the game, of course I appreciate it. If you do, man, you really family. But the Rams are going to play the 49ers, so should be a fun outcome for this game. But I really think the Rams going to take care of business here and handle everything they got to handle. Other than that, man, look, hey, I appreciate you. You've been kicking it with me the whole episode. You done stay here. You listen to the full one. You ain't even do the short versions, but if you did that, man, of course, give us a quick call, 219-413-9405. Let us know what you were thinking about any other topics. If you want to comment on something, you want to ask a question, or just, hey, give some feedback. We always open to it. And of course, we'll play your take back on our next episode. So again, 219-413-9405, and then we'll play it back on our next episode. I believe y'all want a positive note. The positive note here is just going to be, slow motion is better than no motion. I've said this before, but it's one of my favorite things to think of, because a lot of times we get so caught up in feeling as if we're not doing enough when we're really making a lot of things happen. So regardless of the speed of it, nothing's going to happen overnight, but slow motion is better than no motion. So I'm going to leave y'all with that. Other than that, man, send it to a cousin, a brother, an aunt, an uncle, a niece, a nephew, coworker, friend, spouse, partner, whatever you want to put a title on, and consider family. I promise you they're not gonna mind. Send us their way. But until then, man, look, hey, y'all have a great weekend, and make sure you enjoy yourself. Consider that positive note. And hey, man, that's all I got for y'all. So we'll be back later on next week. It's so on and so on and so on.